Chuck from Street Cred had going on, so we couldn't take it no further than that. And that's okay. I understood that.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, Creature Man, T-Fats, he in the pen right now fighting Double Life. That's one of my homeboys from Hunters Point. For any that want to get on the podcast and say they don't know where I'm from, they talked us into doing it, and I'm glad I did it. Because when me and Mess came together and did that project, that shit hit the Bay Area like a tsunami.
Yes, it did.
Man, let me tell you something. And you know what's funny? Because now that I bring that up and I think about it, because Ghazi actually mixed So Hood. Shout out to Toy Shop, who produced Orange Juice and a Blunt for Breakfast, too, because that's one of our biggest songs, too, as well. But So Hood. So, I wanted to meet Big Von. You don't mind me? I wanted to meet Big Von. And I always wanted to know, because at this particular time, it's a different generation now. I already told you about Sway and all that, right? So it wasn't like I had been on the radio before. I even had a song for Street Soldiers that stayed on there for years. It came on, right? But Big Von, you know, it's hard to get that guy to like a record. You know what I mean? It's hard to get that guy to like a record. But at the time, he was playing a lot of stuff, The Team.
Man, whatever happened to Street Soldiers was a good little, like, radio segment they had. Shout out Dregs One History of the Bay podcast, bro.
Different things like that, the Federation and stuff like that. And I wanted to know how to get on the radio. So Chuck introduced me to Big Von. So now I got a pass to go into KMEL because Big Von took a liking to me, and Rick Lee and everybody that's in there. Shout out Gary Archer, you know, his brother. Yep. You know what I'm saying?
Jim.
Yeah, over there on that side of the radio station took a liking to me. Everybody taking a liking to me. Why? Because they see my determination and my ambition, and I'm coming in there and I'm being respectful, even though they hear shit about me in the streets. A lot of the shit that I did in the streets and the lifestyle that I was living closed a lot of doors for me. A lot of people didn't want to fuck with me because it was real, right? So, boom, I'm sitting in there one day because I would actually go up there and I would play pool and we would all be up there shooting the shit up there at KMEL. So I'm sitting there one day and EA Ski walk in. And then I start to meet EA Ski. I didn't know him then. You know, everybody knows each other that's things from the Bay Area, but doesn't necessarily mean that they know each other. So boom, that day, I'm talking to Chuck, and I'm like, what you got going on for the weekend? Because, you know, everybody would always want to go to each other's event to promote.
Right.
So I'm talking to Chuck, and Chuck is like, well, I'm finna throw E40's birthday party. I don't know if you remember the club around the corner that used to be right there on 7th and 4th. I think it was called was it 7th and Folsom?
6 of Folsom, 10-15 Folsom.
It's a one-way, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the club was on this side of the street. It was a little club. It was right there.
Mm.
But anyway, Chuck threw the party. It was E40 birthday party. So I'm talking to E40. We sitting at the bar. We having a drink. And I'm like, Uncle Earl, how the fuck do I get on the radio? How am I radio? Because Hunters Point niggas always had a hard time getting on the radio.
Yeah.
Not to be throwing a shot at anybody from any other turf or whatever, but when it came to Hunters Point, we had a hard time getting on the radio. Why? Street shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the proof is in the pudding. So,
hey, this podcast, you know why I appreciate this podcast, bro? It's hella little, you get hella little gems, though. Like, remember when on Mac Dre, he say, ask Hive and Excelsior. He had to up there explaining how that line came about. Hella shit, you just get hella little shit, bro. With it.
E40 say, listen. And I'm like, what am I listening to? He like, be quiet, listen. And I'm listening to My Goodies by Sierra. Doom, 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 my goodies, doom, my goodies. Right? Now, EA Ski say, I'm speeding up now. I see EA Ski, I'm at KMEL. The reason why EA Ski is feeling me, he's saying, I see what you're doing. I see your rap beat, because I'm putting my own money into it. I'm in the street, I'm putting my own money into it. I got expeditions, navigators, vans, all kind of shit running around the Bay Area wrapped up with other projects on it that I'm pushing. So EA Ski, like, I like what you're doing. Meet me at the Buttercup in Oakland, and I'm gonna play some beats for you. So when he meet me at the Buttercup in Oakland, he play a few beats for me. When I hear Soul Hood, doom, 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 I'm thinking about the conversation with me and E40. And if you think about Soul Hood and you think about my goodies, they both come on the same way. Boom, 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 right? Soul Hood. So I picked that beat. And then I hit Clyde Carson. Because at this time, the team is the hottest shit in the Bay. They hot.
Yeah, the team was going crazy at a point in time.
Yeah.
Him and Cash Kaiser, they hot. Let's keep it a bean, right? So I hit up Clyde Carson. Shout out to Clyde Carson. Solid nigga. Solid. Always been a good dude.
Yeah, that's my guy. Shout out Clyde.
Always been a good dude. You know what I'm saying? I hit up Clyde Carson. I'm like, man, I want you to jump on this song and do the hook. He like, all right.
Orange juice and a blunt for breakfast. Another classic, bro.
All right, shoot it to me.
I
sent him the beat. Clyde Carson go. He called me. He sent it back to me. Well, he don't send the beat back, but he called me. He say, nigga, ain't no lyrics on there. Put the lyrics on there first. And then we, you know. So boom, we at Guce's and we record me and Mess. We record Orange Juice and a Blunt for Breakfast. So if you listen to Orange Juice and a Blunt for Breakfast, me and Mess is going back and forth. So boom, that back and forth goes into the Soul Hood track. So we knock out so.
I shoot the song to Clyde Carson. Clyde Carson put the hook on it. Not less than 24 hours, he sent it back to me. Boom. I sent it to Guce. Guce's staying over in the Avenues right now. He got the studio and everything over in the Avenues. He pressing up CDs and everything right out the house. So Guce like, I'm finna mix this shit. And this is when I understood the magnitude of what Dr. Dre does.
Yeah.
Because Guce didn't just do what most engineers do. They just mix your shit in 2-3 hours and then give you a song. Guce took his time on Soul Hood. That's why the fuck it sound the way it sound.
Wow.
And then so once Guce finished mixing it, like, you know, a few days later I got it back. I called Mess. At this time, Mess is living in Oakland Hills. So I called Mess. And I said, what you doing? He said, I ain't doing nothing. Nigga, what's up? I'm like, I'm finna send you this song. Listen to it. So I emailed it to him. Like 5 minutes later, he called me back laughing. Oh, he like, blood, you ugly. He like, you ugly, because that's what we call it. Like, we say you ugly, like when you do some things like that. He like, you hella ugly, Juice, you ugly. I said, what? What happened? He said, nigga, we got one.
He said, you hella ugly, Juice. Yeah, bro. It was a time. Yeah, it's crazy.
He said, Juice, we got one. And he kept playing it over and over and over. He said, you hella ugly, blood, we got one. And motherfucking Soul Hood blew up.
Yes, it did. Classic song, bro. Classic song. That's my era too. Driving around bumping that shit.
Right.
Videos hella clean. This is like kind of hyphy era, but like Frisco wasn't really part of the hyphy era.
Nah, we was gangsta hyphy.
He was gangsta hyphy.
Because hyphy was really about gangsta shit.
It was about busting somebody's head.
It was about busting somebody's head. Them niggas just did some hyphy shit.
Yeah.
Like, oh, them niggas is, they on some, like, that's what hyphy was. Shout out to Fab and them for turning it around, taking a negative and turning it into a positive, right?
Yeah. Keek was the first one, though, on some hyphy. Keek, the way Keek kicked the hyphy shit, it was on some gangster shit, too. Feel me? I think Fab and them came along and made it a little bit more fun. And then, with in turn, right, certain people got onto the movement and they made it kind of like silly. Feel me? It was like, you know, bro, like Fab and them was like, yeah, nigga, we having fun with this shit. And, you know, other people who really didn't understand it, like, let's keep it lit.
Yeah, I get it. But at the end of the day,
I get it. But at the end of the day, like, everybody that was doing the hyphy stuff, like, I can't be the Federation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's not my style. I'm not saying I can't do music with them, but I'm saying, like, what they were doing and what they were pushing out, and everybody that was a part of the hyphy movement. Me and Mess was a part of the hyphy movement, but we were from a gangster perspective, because my whole thing was, I want to be able to I want to be able to put out some music that we can jump out in New York and they gonna fuck with it.
Yeah.
And they fucked with it. Styles P fucked with it. The girl that's on the front cover is from Staten Island, Remy Red. You know what I'm saying? She a blood. You know, she's from the East Coast. We had her on the front cover, flew her out here. They was fucking with that. They fucked with it down south. They fucked with it in Hawaii. Like, that was my whole thing of, you know, separating myself from hyphy to where a person would just be like, oh, they didn't want to listen to our music because they thought that they was gonna be hearing some shit that they felt was corny.
I feel like that fucked up a lot of the sauce though, like trying to like appeal to hella places out the way, kind of fucked it up. Like we, you know, this although you don't want to be stuck in a box and be regional, it's not, you know, it's like the best thing I could say is like how Mustard took the sound and developed it type shit and made it palatable for the world. So you know, type shit, bro.
I'm laughing because I'm thinking of something this popped in my head.
What's up?
You had a poster for that album that said "Unidos nos quedamos" with the Mexican flag on it.
Yeah.
United we stand in Spanish. Whose idea was that? Your idea? Bro?
Well, it was my ideal because of where I come from. I come from the Bay Area. We fuck with the Mission District.
Wow.
I got homeboys from the Mission District. You know
Wow.
what I'm saying? You know, and they actually did a mural for me and Mess on 24th in Mission. It's still there to this day.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, and it was a Cinco de Mayo. And so we were showing love by promoting around that time because the Latinos, they fucked with Guce and Messy Marv.
Very smart, bro.
Right?
I wish
Marketing.
I still had that poster.
Yeah, it was marketing. Like, it was marketing,
clean.
bro. It was marketing. And
Okay.
It was, you know.
I got to ask a couple more follow-ups. One, did that actually squash the beef between the two neighborhoods?
Yeah.
Or did it help?
Yeah, it did. Because I mean, you saw the Bars Awards, right?
Yeah.
Was you there?
No, I wasn't there.
But you saw
I
it,
talked to Mess about it, and I
But
saw it.
did
I
you
heard
see
about it. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
well, I can definitely get you some footage of
No,
it.
yeah.
I know the footage. Yeah, they pulling it up right now. Yeah, the Bars Awards was crazy.
You need it.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
okay. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it definitely did that. I mean, and when you see the Bars Awards and you see us performing Soul Hood, you got niggas from Fillmore up there on stage. You got niggas from Hunters Point. You got niggas from Oakland. You got niggas from Sacramento, Fresno, Vallejo. Like, the Bullies with Fullies movement was something, it was my movement, right? And Mess will tell you to this day, nah, Bullies with Fullies ain't mine. I was just, you know, part of the project. You know what I mean? So people have to understand that too. Because the album was so good, they automatically put me and Mess in the group. Because the album was so good, they automatically put me and Killer Tay in the group. It wasn't a group thing.
Were you in? I know that you said it was like recommended, but were you and Mess cool before, or did you really?
I
know
didn't
each
even
other?
know who Mess. I never had met Mess before in my life. I promise you. Before we did the Bullies with Fullies, I didn't know Mess. Creature Man can contest to that. Shit, T-Fast can call home from the pen and contest to that. You know what I'm saying? Niggas from the street can contest to the fact that I had never did no music with Mess. I never...
And that's crazy because they had hella chemistry. Yeah, man, this was a good one. Shout out Dregs One. Y'all make sure y'all tap in to Dregs One channel. I'm gonna have a link to it in the description. Yeah, it's greatly appreciated, bro. Respect to what you do. Whole shit, like, you feel me?
Say ho, you can't be playing with that paper, ho. Nigga need that yaper, need it now and not later, ho. Say ho, you can't be playing with that paper, ho. Nigga need that yaper, need it now and not later, ho. Say ho, you can't be playing with that paper, ho. Nigga need that